My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is June 16, 2023. It is 4:21 a.m. I spent too much time on video one. So let's go on Twitter to go to the next tweet. I only did 2 tweets on video one. And Warrior Soda, this was the last one that I did. Warrior Soda put a lot of information. Okay, so the links of those articles will be in the description and video one. I'll put them on this video as well, so you guys could see some of the discussion, the topic. Okay, so now okay, did I? Yeah. All right, so now let's go to the next tweet. Okay, this is exciting. Looks to me like WME is working with Harry and Meghan to find them a better home with a broader audience, a more unified brand that can grow, and more money. Okay, so let's see here. There's more articles. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. What I'll do with video one and video two, this one, all of the links of the information. What is that? They will be redirected back to article and what the hell? I don't even have time for all of this. What is it? I forgot what I was saying. Okay. Oh my god, so many ads. Okay, so it started here. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle part ways with Spotify. Okay, update with statement. The Sussexes have separated from Spotify, Deadline has confirmed. As part of their reported $20 million deal with Spotify Inc. back in 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had the podcast Archetypes, which the latter hosted. The show, which explored labels that held women back and touted such guests as Trevor Noah, Mariah Carey, Mindy Kaling, and Serena Williams, won't be getting a second season despite talks. Okay, quote, Spotify and Archwell Audio have mutually agreed. There's the thing, but the Rangers don't want to read that part here. they call mutually as fired, but okay. Spotify and Archwell Audio have mutually agreed to part ways and are proud of the series we made together. And quote, Spotify and the couple's Archwell Audio said Thursday in a joint statement. Okay, we hear that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are rethinking their deal to find better homes and partnership for content. There's also a chance that Archetype could wind up elsewhere. At the end of April, Markle signed with WME, with the agency also repping Archwell, the couple's content creation label, building the duo films and TV production, brand partnership, and overall businesses is the priority at WME, where her team includes Endeavor CEO Harry Meghan and brand rep Brad Slater. Out of the gate, Archetype launched at the top of Spotify podcast chart last August, notched a People's Choice Award, and was also #1 internationally when it debuted. This is the thing, the Rangers don't want to get that part. They don't care about this. The news Thursday come as Spotify laid off 200 employees, notably audio engineers. The cut follows a large staff reduction earlier this year, when 6% of its total workforce, then at 9,800, were shown the door. Wow. One big exit was TV vet and former Condé Nast Entertainment boss John Ashcroft, who was key at Spotify in signing pricey and prolific talent deals during her tenure. Spotify shelled out more than $1 billion acquiring podcast asset and locking up exclusive deals with such talent as Joe Rogan and Dax Shepard. This is where their mistake is. That's where their mistake is. They spent too much at the beginning. At the end of April, Spotify CEO Daniel Ek said the streaming audio giant was going to be very diligent in assessing future investment in podcasting as several of the company's rich talent deals come up for renewal. This is where the thing is, because when you look at Archetype, for instance, this is one of the rich talent deals. Their renewal was coming to an end. So there were issues leading up to this with Joe Rogan, with other, questionable decision that Spotify was making that was not aligned with Archetype. So when it comes to renewal, not only Archetype have shown its strength in terms of popularity, how well they could do on their own. What I mean by on their own, without WME representing them. So they were doing pretty well on their own. So winning awards for their podcasts and all of that, and many issues surrounding Spotify. So, instead of renewing it, I guess it was the best thing for them to go their separate ways. And WME came at the right time to represent them, probably, obviously spoke on the best interests of Archetype and felt like it wasn't the right place for them. Because I found out later on that Spotify is not being played in many other countries. So Harry and Meghan, Archetype, wants to be global. A lot of people wants to listen to them, but some places, don't allow Spotify or whatever the decision might be, or the controversy behind not being played in some other countries. I do not know, but they feel like they could do better someplace else. That's probably the whole thing here. Alright, so let's continue. The Joe Rogan Experience, Alex Cooper called her daddy Anything Goes with Emma Chamberlain, Distractable with Mark Kepler, and Armchair Expert are all talent-driven Spotify shows currently in the top 25 of charts. Despite adding a report 83 million monthly users worldwide in Q4 last year, Spotify saw losses mushroom by 10 times with a net loss of $470 million off revenues of $12.8 billion in 2022. Nonetheless, they stand at 515 million monthly users worldwide in 2023. That's a plus 22% from a year earlier. This has spiked Spotify's stock to $152.18 million. That's a 44% high from a year ago thanks to strong user growth. The Wall Street Journal was the first to report the news of the Sussex's exit from Spotify. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to this. The link will be in the description. Okay, it makes a ton of sense for them to hopefully move their project under one umbrella with a company that can grow with them in a unifying way. Yeah, that's how I read this too. To me, this isn't a setback at all. Why would anyone think it's a setback? I mean, the derangers, okay? They want anything that disassociate with Meghan. They think it's a bad. They don't think logically. Okay, let's see here. Archetype did amazing job. Spotify has its limitation, which is why a change makes sense. Archwell needs a platform that can grow with them. This is the thing here. They ain't brand new. Okay, they need, this is what I'm saying, where you bring young people. When you first started, you bring young people in to help spread the news out, to help it grow. All right, YouTube have learned that. Okay, many other platforms have learned this is how you grow when you started a business like that. Okay, you attract young people. So Harry and Meghan, they brand new and they already have a niche. Okay, Meghan had her niche since she was on Suit. Okay, she knew where she said when you have a platform, she takes it very seriously.
I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And
because she wants to put positive message out there, right? So she already attracts so many young people and adults as well. Okay, like myself, she bring me along because of the haters who were hating on her. I didn't know why, but I found out why, and knowing how good of a person she is, so here I am. Okay, so she's gonna start brand new and bringing help elevate and grow with whatever other project platform she's gonna be with. And I have a feeling it probably with, maybe I could be 100% wrong, it could be with Tyler Perry. Alright, because he bought BET along with VH1. I think he's my majority owner. That's what I think it is, majority owner of it. So, and then reshaping BET, because when BET first started, it was very attractive to African American, and then later on, I don't know what happened, it went completely off, and I don't know what happened after that. I lost interest. Okay, so maybe now it will renewed and then bring different branches, okay, of people with the perspective of African American. All right, so that's my humble opinion. Hey, like I said, I'm not into the entertainment business. I have no knowledge of all of these. This is my humble opinion. There you have Tyler Perry, who start his business ground up when Hollywood did not want to take him in, and he did what he had to do. Start small. This is the thing here with Spotify. Learn from Tyler Perry as well. Okay, start small. You save you don't spend too much all at once, and this is what built Tyler Perry up like that. All right, so again, I don't have no experience on this, but this is what I've seen. Okay, my eyes cannot deceive me. This is what I see. All right, let's read some of the comment and then move on. All right, so the Sussexes are reconstructing their deal under WME. This means the Sussexes empire is under new management and it all in the same place. There are no more separate entities anymore. It's all under one brand. Sound genius to me. Can't wait for it coming. It's not personal. It's just business. That's it. This is what I was saying. It's not personal. It's just business. That's it. Okay, I'm sure their new management is leveraging better deals, giving their status. Meghan and Harry are a brand. That's it. And I think they should trademark it, Harry and Meghan. Okay, she won 2 awards and the first season was top charting and success. I trust their new management company. Yep. Okay, I have today deleted my Spotify app. Don't need it anymore. I'm looking forward to what comes next. I agree, and now she has more leverage to negotiate for an even bigger, more lucrative contract because she proved herself. That's it. That's it. And I've said this in other videos, not even the first video, some other videos, because she showed what she could do on her own. I did say it. Yes, she has more leverage. She could show them, look, this is what I've done on my own. So you better show the money. That's it. Yes. Okay, because she proved herself with the first season and show how she can pull in a huge amount of listeners worldwide. It's a win for her. That's it. These are people who understand the business. Yes, me too. Exciting time ahead of them. Hey, can't wait. Okay, Wall Street Journal first to release the news. There's this leak. It doesn't matter. Wall Street Journal is about the numbers. So I read part of them through the archive version. They are about the numbers. And Meghan tell us all we need to know. All we need to do is listen. She told us, okay? And I've said it way before she said it, and some squaddies came after me because as if Meghan knows everything. Meghan does not know everything, okay? She said it in one of her, which one? I think I have the video. I don't remember the name of the thing, where she said she has mentors, okay? Some of the mentors, you have Tyler Perry, you have Melody Hobson, and she said Melody Hobson is one of the people who's helping her. Okay, Melody Hobson is about the numbers. Okay, so all of these, you have those smart people. It's like a freaking PhD of friends she has. Okay, who already done it and showed it and how it done, and then advising her. Okay, you can Oprah, duh. Okay, all of these people, you have all these brainiac people literally who've done it and done that and show you all this, and they will give you a hand. Any ideas that Meghan have and said, how do you think I should move with that? She have all those people's numbers to call and help guide her. Okay, so Meghan is in good hands. Like I said in one of those videos, I can believe, each time I think about it, I can believe I did that video where I said with Tyler Perry on the thumbnails, they're all in good hands. And I was right. Okay, you have all those brainiac people, literally brainish people who've done it, show it with the numbers, their dollars, their pocket, that they know how to make it. And there's Meghan here, who have her knowledge as well. She went to school and learned it.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit. And
Okay, and showed you, me, how she's done it with Spotify. And you have all these people who, Oprah, who've done her network. You have Tyler Perry, who just bought multi-million-dollar network. I mean, come on. All right, so yeah, she's in good hands. Harry and Meghan are in good hands for any ideas that they may have. And another thing too, let's not forget Harry. All right, Harry have shown us what Invictus can be done. Okay, this is his baby. No one can take that away from him. He's shown his leverage as well, so no one can take that away from him as well. Okay, so they all in good hands. I'm telling you, Princess Diana, keep doing your magic. Okay, keep doing your magic. All right, let's go to the next tweet. I can't believe this, 14 minutes and one tweet. Okay, so now that's the squad. I'm glad I arranged this that way. That's the squad coming with their thing. They know what's up. Okay, you know when you reminiscent about the joy you felt when you heard good news and wished you could relive that again. That's how I feel will happen when Meghan makes her next announcement. The joy of seeing the meltdown again. Good times ahead. Vanessa is a hot mess of a squaddy. Yes, she's right. Now we already know what Meghan could do, and we now into anticipation, and we're gonna hear when everything is said and done. This is where Meghan is saying she doesn't mind being in the background. Now she's in the background making things happen for us, and now we on top of our seat, can't wait. All right there with you. There it is. There's that. She's pouring her tea here. I'll tell you, the squad have all sort of GIF. Okay, it's gonna be like when they announced the Netflix and Spotify deal all over again. I can't wait. That is true. They can relive that again. I have videos regarding that. Okay, add me to the mix. Okay, that's in French. Let's go to the next tweet. I'm telling you, the squad are a mess, and it makes sense. They're gonna relive it again. They're gonna reliving the joy again. This is what make us happy, and we're gonna get another happy movie again. That's it. That was where she said the thing about she has mentors and things like that. All right, go look at some of my videos on this channel and on PYTE. Okay, quote first, I will urge you not to read tabloid because I don't think that's healthy for anyone. Hopefully one day it will come with a warning label just like cigarette do. This is toxic for your mental health. Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. All right, 11 seconds, that's her saying it here.
well, firstly, I would urge you not to read tabloids because I don't think that's healthy for anyone. Hopefully one day they come with a warning label like cigarettes do, like this is toxic for your mental health.
Okay.
Well, firstly, I would urge you not.
There's Melody Hobson in the back. All right, she's all about numbers. All right, she's another right up there personal who's in the boardroom making deal happen. Okay, so these are the people that Meghan and Harry surround themselves with. Okay, so if I were to create a business, hey, these are the people I would want to help guide me. They're not thinking about their own pocket. They want you to succeed. Okay, they already made it. They have billions in their account. They're not in, you know, the backstabbing that you see in the royal vat circle. Okay, these are people who's already made it. They have billions in their account. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you at their level as well. It's one of those where I'm seeing that image. They made it on top of the wall, and they're reaching down to help you come up with on their level as well. This is the thing here that I see for Harry and Meghan. Oh, Harry and Meghan, I'm telling you, the meltdown is gonna happen when they announce their next deal. Okay, they should come up with a disclaimer like ads. Amen. Simply amen. There's the misconception that if you're an ambitious woman, you have an agenda, you must be calculating or selfish or aggressive or a climber, and that if you're the fierce or strong or brave, then you somehow deserve whatever gets thrown at you. Okay, go Meg, you are killing it. She is correct, a very intelligent woman. Yep, I'm telling you, Harry did good. Harry did good, because there's no way he could have survived without her or outside that infested family of his. Okay, so let's see here. This is a video. This is voiceover. Okay, quote, I've been increasingly frustrated by watching the media coverage of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and just how, in my opinion, how unfair, how distorted, how often just quite mean and spiteful their coverage can be. Okay, that's a quote. Alice O'Connell, and why she wants to apologize. Okay, I shared this before, not this video, but something that I think is a New Zealand person who was apologizing to Meghan. They're just looking out of their pocket. Before, this was the motto since Princess Diana. This was the motto of hating. Okay, this was the motto of hating, whatever, spewing negativity out there. Yeah, I didn't put it on my community, but it would be too much. Too much for me to type on my phone. All right, so that was their motto. They profited from the hate. Okay, now they realize there's Harry and Meghan and the Sussex Squad showing, hey, you're not gonna make money off of hate, so we don't recognize this type of nonsense. Look at my podcast, it's struggling with YouTube. Okay, my other channel is demonetized, whatever it is that they felt like. But when you look at the hate channel, they're still up there. They're still monetizing. Okay, so now I create this backup. For those who are new, this is a backup channel. Okay, my main channel is demonetized, and I'm gonna create a Patreon account. So everything that you see here will be on Patreon if you wanna support me. If this channel were to be complete off the earth, okay, you could go on Patreon. So the main thing is, these people who's apologizing now, they realize there is no incentive. They see the downward of spiral of things that's going on. They see how Trump is going downward. They see how Bojo is going downward. People are fighting back. Little people are fighting back. They don't see this model is worth it anymore. So this is a smart woman here. I will not be following her though. You should have known better from the beginning. Okay, but this is a smart woman who's taking her losses. Now she's gonna try to cash in on the positive thing here. I mean, every adult should have the common sense. Okay, when you see something wrong, is to not participate. Not participate. I could understand you cannot be the superwoman to put a stop to it, but to add to it is an issue for me. You see the wrong, you see how bad it is. You just put yourself in the perspective of the receiving end of the recipient. Just know how it felt. The empathy. These people don't have empathy. They don't have the perspective, the knowledge to say this is wrong. This is not a child who first saw a fire to put their fingers into the fire to learn that it burned. There's a whole bunch of experience you have gone through. She should have known better. I don't know if it's the same person that I put on my community board that's in that video. I didn't listen to it yet. But those people who's apologizing to Meghan, yeah, it's up to Meghan to say whatever, whether she receive it or not. Okay, it's up to her. But for me, you should have known better. This is my thing with these adults. They should have known better. This is not a good way to go. Not only that, you're a freaking woman as well. You know how it feels to be a woman with men surrounding you, doing their misogynistic kind of behavior. Why join them to bash on her? And thank God for Harry and Meghan. Keep their head high. Did not, how will I say that? Give up. Okay, or join in, or accepting the fact. There's a word for it, I cannot think of the word, but accepting the fact. Instead, they held their head high, they stick to their principle, and they move on. Whether you agree with them or you don't agree with them, they move on and create their business elsewhere. The same thing Meghan have said. Okay, if they don't want you at that table, you create your own table. This is what Harry and Meghan have done. They are creating their own table, and people with good sense are joining them. Now they realize there's no profit in hating. I mean, there's still profit going on here because those crazy minds are still out there. There's still profit, but she already seen the trajectory. It's going downward. All right, people are not accepting this model anymore. I told you, the 2020 election, as much as you may not agree with it, okay, it was very vital because all eyes always look on America, okay, to see which way to go. Because America spoke in 2020 and said, no, we're not accepting it. That doesn't mean there aren't any people in the US, there aren't American in the US who's still going for that model. But the majority of American, okay, Republican and Democrat as well, especially Republican, who saw the wrong the minute it was happening. I will never forget that. This guy, he's a Republican from MSNBC. Later on I found out his co-host, Mika something, what's his name? I'll put his picture here. Okay, I will never forget this. He's a diehard Republican. When he realized the nonsense Trump was putting out, and he quickly said he's not part of that. Okay, he's a Republican. That was way before all those nonsense. It was probably the year end into Trump's kind of nonsense. He already said he's not part of it. And this is why I have respect for him. And then those young Republicans who were working at the White House, especially what's her name? Hutchison, that young lady who spoke up, where all the men around her were offering her, they're gonna have lawyers for her. She doesn't have to worry about paying for lawyers and all of that. She took the principle of things. Her own father did not even help her. Okay, she took the high ground and said no. Although she stayed there too long, but maybe that's what was needed in order for us to know what was going on. Maybe it was destiny. Okay, she was young, she was trying to make her way to the political aspect, so she stayed in. She doesn't have the same leverage as other people. All right, so she stayed in, and thank God she said no, she's not gonna join these people. These are the people you show respect for. When they see the wrong, they stick up for the right. Okay, I can understand a lot of young people are Republican. Okay, it's okay to have different views, yes, but when they saw the wrong, they jump ship. They say, I'm not part of it. Especially, I have this video of leading up to the 2020 election where he endorsed President Biden, and when he knows there should be rule of law that should be followed. Okay, but when Trump is speaking and he's saying, oh, wait until the next his next term, we could do whatever we want.
I'm Miles Taylor. I served as the Chief of Staff of the Department of Homeland Security under the Donald Trump administration. I would go into the office, I would read my intelligence brief, and then it was my job to help the Department of Homeland Security to keep our country safe. What we saw week in and week out, and for me after 2.5 years in that administration, was terrifying. We would go in to try to talk to him about a pressing national security issue, cyber attack, terrorism threat. He wasn't interested in those things. To him, they weren't priorities. The president wanted to exploit the Department of Homeland Security for his own political purposes and to fuel his own agenda. The California wildfires. On a phone call with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, he told FEMA to cut off the money and to no longer give individual assistance to California. He told us to stop giving money to people whose houses had burned down from a wildfire because he was so rageful that people in the state of California didn't support him and that politically it wasn't a base for him. The policies at the border, he wanted to restart zero tolerance and separate families. He said he wanted to go further and have a deliberate policy of ripping children away from their parents to show those parents that they shouldn't come to the border in the first place. A lot of the time, the things he wanted to do not only were impossible, but in many cases illegal. He didn't want us to tell him it was illegal anymore because he knew that there were, and these were his words, he knew that he had magical authorities. He was one of the most unfocused and undisciplined senior executives I've ever encountered. I came away completely convinced based on firsthand experience that the president was ill-equipped and wouldn't become equipped to do his job effectively, and what's worse, was actively doing damage to our security. People who are still serving in this administration have said to me, just wait until the second term. It'll be no holds barred, it'll be shock and awe. We'll do what we want. Given what I've experienced in the administration, I have to support Joe Biden for president, and even though I'm not a Democrat, even though I disagree on key issues, I'm confident that Joe Biden will protect the country. And I'm confident he won't make the same mistakes as this president.
That doesn't work in a democracy. democracy have that line of respect. Okay, you don't do whatever you want in an orderly fashion in a society that have democracy. You don't do whatever you want. You have freedom with a limitation. But Trump wanted to do whatever he wants. So this guy who was working for Trump, he jumped ship and said, nope, I jump. These are the Republican I have respect for. But this woman here, whatever, it's not for me to forgive her or whatever, but she should have known better. So let's listen to the video. I went off. I'm sorry. Okay, let's listen.
Just been increasingly frustrated by watching the media coverage of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and just how, in my opinion, how unfair, how distorted, how often just quite mean and spiteful that coverage can be. And I've hoped that maybe a reporter or a news organisation might take a step back and look at the way that they have covered the royal family, particularly Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and look at how they have in the past, how they are now, whether it's justified or whether they might need to course correct. And I thought, why?
And by the way, this is looks like someone who was watching the video and recorded it and put it on YouTube, on Twitter. So the audio is very low. Okay, it's very low. I'm pretty sure we'll probably be able to see it on YouTube as well. But let's listen. Well, let me give her credit. Okay, it's very hard for me to hear what she's saying, but let me give her credit though, to put herself out there on national television to admit her wrong. So this is where I stop with my applaud for her. But from the get-go, she should have known better.
Waiting, why not just do it myself?
So I want to show folks at home some of the magazine covers that you approved during your time as an editor. And you say that you stopped seeing Harry as a human being in that time. And that is really quite the confession. I wonder, I mean, how did that happen? Why did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, the royal family have a real hold on us in New Zealand. We're part of the Commonwealth, and so.
Okay, she's from New Zealand, so they see them as this figurehead. No wonder those people always see the, I don't know, the commoners, whatever you call them. The commoners see the royal family as this figurehead, and this is the thing. And I think that's what Charles was forcing onto Harry, not to mingle with lesser people, because the pedestal that they put themselves in, okay, Charles wanted Harry to always lift his head up, like be on the pedestal. But the thing is that this is where Charles make his mistake. If he was treating Harry properly like a regular son, maybe that ice will not be broken, that curtain will not be broken. So this is the thing that these people have in their head. The commoners, the subjects, all right, see the institution as this figurehead. They put themselves on that freaking pedestal. So they don't see them as human beings. There's Harry who was suffering, okay, who was suffering. But, you know, this is why he loves to go to Africa. He's more free. He's more relaxed. He said it in one of the things where he's more relaxed. He could never be relaxed because these people are always on his tail. So when he's in Africa, he's surrounded with people who see him as just human. So he could relax. So these people, they see Harry, the royal family, as this figure, pedestal kind of figurehead. They don't see them as human, but yet they're inflicting those pain into them. So this is what I'm seeing here. So whatever, but
So they've sort of been a big part of our society for more than a century in terms of the media. And I think it's kind of like how we do with celebrities, that we can put them in a bubble, that they live in a whole other world, that they're not like us regular folk. And I think I got caught up in that and the churn of that news cycle, and start realizing that this was a real person who never asked for this life, who was born into it, who we've scrutinized since he was just an embryo, and has really not deserved the way that he's been treated by the media. And yeah, I think I feel like I need to stand up for him and look at what I've done in the past to be unfair.
You don't need to stand up for him. Just don't put negativity out there. Whatever you see, you just report it on. This is why I like Scobie. Okay, he report on what he see. He doesn't create the news. So just report on what you see. That's it. You don't need to go and well, I cannot tell her what to do, but if you are a reporter, just report the fact. That's it. That's it. I don't think, well, I cannot speak for Harry and Meghan, but if that was me, I would not need your pity, your whatever. Just report the fact. And this is why Harry and Meghan disassociate themselves with those tabloid people. All right? Just report the fact. But, well, I have to give her credit for her to acknowledge it. Maybe the Derangers should acknowledge that aspect as well, because it seems like they don't see Harry and Meghan as human beings. Some of the things that the squad were sharing with me when I wasn't even follow Harry and Meghan that hard, where they didn't even think she's pregnant. They want to do certain things to see if she's really pregnant. These are freaking crazy people out there. So she was part of this craziness, and I'm glad she see the light. I guess my prayers are helping. Let the blind see. I don't know. Let me move it back slightly.
And yeah, I think I feel like I need to stand up for him and look at what I've done in the past to be unfair to him also.
I wonder what you would say to them if they were watching tonight. What would you say about everything that's transpired?
Sure, I would say to keep going with what you're doing. And I'm sorry, as I've written in my article or capsule, that
That's the part that I was reading, the sorry part. And that's one thing. That's one thing I have to say. I give her credit. And she's very strategic as well. Very strategic. I don't know. Well, there's that article I think I came across. Was it an article or was it a tweet? I don't remember. But if this is the first place that she went to apologize, to go to an American TV, she's very strategic, because all eyes usually on US TVs or broadcasts globally. So that's what I think here. All right, let me move it back slightly again.
sure, I would say to keep going with what you're doing. And I'm sorry, as I've written in my article or capsule, that for what I have done and what I did when I was a magazine editor, and I'm genuinely sorry for that time. And but I think what they're doing of not staying silent about this and continuing to let people know what it's like out there.
Okay, whatever, but it's not for me to judge, and I told you what I feel about her. Okay, it made it sound like she was American. No, they did say she was from, and they even write it down there, New Zealand. Okay, she may have something to do with American publication, but that was not an American accent, likely Australian, maybe South Africa. Okay, she's from New Zealand and was introduced as such. I had to omit that part for time, but it's included in the graphic on the video. Right, notice she called only Harry's name, but her article were all about Meghan. You realize I quoted her saying Meghan Markle in the tweet you replying to. Right, let's see here. But the focus is more on Harry. Majority of this interview and her articles was attacking Meghan. Okay, I just want you to be factually accurate in your comment. The interview is consistent with her op-ed. Whatever issue you had with one, you have with the other. Okay, except most of the hate has been on Meghan. Harry gets hate by extension for the most part. Thanks for sharing the clip. I appreciate her coming forward and apologizing. It doesn't feel like an empty apology to me, and I do feel it was extended to both Harry and Meghan. I hope O'Connell has learned from her mistake and strive to do better in her future endeavor. Okay, there's the thing here. I think this is very okay. It's not me to judge, but what I'm getting here, she's very strategic with her thing, because she said here now she feel like she will have to stand up to defend Harry. Harry didn't ask, or Meghan didn't ask to be defended. All you have to do, if you're a reporter, just report the fact. That's it. Okay, if you happen to be reporting on Harry and Meghan, just report the fact. I don't think Harry and Meghan want her to be defending them. All she had to do is report the fact. Okay, so now she's gonna start creating articles about defending Harry and Meghan, where the squad will be clicking and all of that. So that's what I see where she's going here. Her hate was not being was not profitable, because the haters just want to hate. They don't spend money. So now she realized the squad spend money. The squad helps support Harry and Meghan and all of that. So this is just a strategic. She see things are not working. But I can understand the fact that she says that the royal family as this figurehead and all of this. But whatever. and I'm glad she sees the light. Okay, thank you for sharing. I said yesterday that her apology needed to be louder. Okay, no one deserved the amount of hate Harry and Meghan received. Okay, I love Harry as a human being, and I feel for him, and I wish I could hug him because that man has been put through hell. Meghan, on the other hand, worked for every penny to create a life she deserved. What did Meghan do to this woman? Why was she abusing Meghan? That's the thing. Okay, so she apologized to Harry, but nothing for Meghan. Got it. Right, I'll click on that after I read these two. Okay, glad this is getting the coverage. It is, but I'm also of the mind that this is too little too late, giving the fever pitch at which this negativity has reached and the damage it has already caused. Let's say, for instance, if part of her hate and was fueled by that chase. Okay, just think. Thanks for capturing and posting this clip. It's a positive thing that she had this awakening. I'm just gonna leave it as that because I think it's strategic, to still go the other way, because her previous way, which she have already cashed in, is not making as much money anymore. Now the wind is shifting. Okay, so she's shifting with the wind. That's the way that I see it. Okay, there's this here. So she apologized to Harry, but nothing for Meghan. Got it. Okay, in her article, she did apologize to Meghan, to both of them jointly. It was the last sentence. I think her main focus for the article is Henry as the member of the royal family. Trying to find the full clip to see if this is true. Okay, I think I did share it. I don't remember reading everything. Okay, next tweet. I have 3 more after this one. Okay, the Royal Observer. Prince Harry's friend applauded his wife Meghan Markle for freeing him from the shackles of the royal mentality. Okay, let's see here. Meghan Markle freed Prince Harry from shackle of royal mentality. Prince Harry's friend applauded his wife Meghan Markle for freeing him from the shackle. Okay, this is what Harry was looking for. He waited and got the right person. Because Harry wanted someone who see him as Harry, and that was it. It's probably one of those she knew is existed, and that was it. And she went about her business. She didn't have time to all of this. All right, the link of this will be in the description. All right, so let's read some of it. I don't know how long it is, but the link will be in the description. Okay, there's the title here. Prince Harry often referred to Meghan Markle as his soulmate, but his friend thanked his American wife helped to liberate him. A source close to the Duke of Sussex recently applauded the American actress for helping him shift his mindset and gain the confidence he needed to develop his own life. Okay, I'm already suspected. How will I say that? Question mark with this article. Because there's Harry and Meghan have already said there's no way they would have met or have been together if Harry wasn't in a path of changing on his own already. Okay, so Harry was already changing on his own without Meghan. Okay, I don't remember the exact quote, but I remember something was said where Harry was already changing, trying to change his life for the better, and then Meghan come at the right time in his life to be together like that. Okay, so this article with the source close to I already questioning that. Okay, quote, he's freed from the shackle of that mentality, end quote, the insider told a publication. Quote, and Meghan, he has found someone supportive of that stance and he's emboldened by that. But the bigger picture is that he believes there are some very significant wrong that need to be right, they added. Okay, although the member of the Sussex inner circle is happy to see them together, Harry's cronies from Eton didn't like seeing him evolve. Hey, they want the drinking, the same mentality we're hearing from the Royal Rat. Okay, Evolve, the Royal Observer, previously reported Harry high school companion were surprised to see his shift in ideologies. He was funny, a bit cynical, and great company because, like the rest of us, he made jokes that we are no longer allowed to make, the source shared with Tom Quinn. After Meghan came along, he changed completely into what he will once have been, the first to mark. A sort of guardian reading, tree hugger. It was all Meghan's influence. Hey, there he is. He wanted that peace and quiet. He wanted a peaceful life. There's Meghan. Hey, Harry didn't have to propose to Meghan. Remember that argument they were having? Okay, Harry and Meghan mentioned. Who mentioned it? Was it in the Harry and Meghan docuseries, or was it Harry and Spare? Whatever. But there was an argument that was going on where Meghan literally told Harry, "Don't do that to me. If you've seen it someplace else, but don't do it to me." So Harry, who was in a painful living situation with his royal family, so there's Meghan, who's already was peaceful. Harry have seen how peaceful Meghan was living her life. So if he wants in, he's gonna have to change. It's not Meghan who made him change. But if he wants to be in her circle, he has to change. So he made the change. Alright, so that's that. Harry wanted her to meet his friend. It never occurred to him that she might think they were awful, that they will make racist jokes. Maybe that wasn't that one where Meghan put them in their place. The document admits Harry once famously went to a party dressed up as a Nazi. They won't think anything of that because they never worry about that sort of things, because they never be at the receiving end of the hate, because they've been the one who's inflicting the pain, so they will never understand. So this is why sometimes I said, in order for you to understand, you have to go through it. Okay, so once they understand the pain, maybe they will understand not to do it to somebody else. Okay, so there's this here. They won't think anything of that because they never worry about that sort of things. They thought that kind of things will mean you were left wing and a tree hugger. They didn't think it was terrible to make racist jokes because they're not the one who's receiving it. My goodness, Harry's pals were surprised by Meghan's advocacy work and disdain for bigotry. There it is. I'm telling you, Princess Diana, the universe did well. The universe did well for Harry. Okay, quote, I think they were I think they were really shocked. And quote, Crane continue. Meghan spent the day apparently telling them that they can't make this awful joke. Maybe that I've heard this before. I've heard this story before because many times I said I don't know if I read it or I didn't want it to be something in my imagination. A couple times I said a couple things, I have to remove it because I cannot find where I saw it. So there it is, reaffirming it. Okay, Meghan spent the day apparently telling them that they can't make these awful jokes, but I think Harry's world was very split, and Meghan is very powerful personality. Everyone says it. Even the future king scared of Meghan. This is why they had to go in that campaign, and then they ended up losing. That was their biggest mistake. Instead of joining and trying to learn and understand Meghan, they didn't want to learn. Instead, they go where they're comfortable at, on the hate. So they're losing big time now. Okay, his loved ones were shocked by his newfound values, but sensing, quote, I do. To the suit store, Harry has gone from being a warrior who wore anti-Semitic costume to winning an award for his commitment to anti-racism. This is somebody who's learning, who's evolved. He apologized. He said he was wrong. These other people, the left behind royals, they don't want to admit that they are wrong. So they want to keep that persona. Instead, they're adding more nonsense to their nonsense instead of just pause, stop, and admit you were wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. So Harry took the sensible step and admit he was wrong, and he apologized for that, and he learned from it. Wasn't there that rabbi who taught him about the anti-Semitic, and he went to Germany to learn about the Holocaust and stuff like that? So this is someone who wants to move on and learn and grow. And this is why he's being successful. I'm telling you, Harry and Meghan are two prime examples where young people could learn from. Okay, if your parents is teaching you the wrong thing, learn from Harry, where the pinnacle of a family who create race division around the world, and for him to turn like that, tell me, okay, this is the perfect example people could learn from. Okay, the couple was recently honored at the 2022 Ripple of Hope Award for their philanthropic work to help end oppression. All right. Okay, so that was it with the article. All right, so let's read some of the comment. Friend, aka Rachel, with the Hotmail account. Okay, is the source there's the haters here. Okay, Harry has grown up and learned about diversity. Yeah, he said it. Go on my PYTE where Hutchinson or something like that. That young man who picked up that white guy during the Me Too thing that was going on. He interviewed him. And I have that video. It's on PYTE. Okay, Harry has grown up and learned about diversity while his friends are still whining over silly days gone by Ethan. Now, you know what that remind me? Have you watched the Mary Wolf Children? Oh, little do you know, Meghan's father used to work with them. All right, where Al keeps on reliving his high school days. That's all he knows of. Okay, let's go back. Okay, now I understand this hate for Meghan. Grow up, everyone. Okay, grow up, everyone, including you at Royal Observer. Okay, this article is weird. Yeah, almost a bait switch. I think so too, because the people around Harry and Meghan don't talk to the tabloid. But I've heard something like that before. All right, put a Nazi costume and hang around people that tell racist joke. They had such hope. They had such high hope for the spare to be a bumble drunk throwing out racial slur into forever. All right, so let me move on. Okay, I lost Prince Harry. Where is it? Okay, I got it. All right, I didn't want to miss the thing. Oh my God, it's already 5:10. All right, next week. Now this is what did I do here? Okay, this is my response to this. I retweeted this, but I bookmarked mine. Haha, they fumbled the money bag again. They effed up. They disrespected Harry's wife, American. They work hard. They help the economy and employ people. UK was too busy listening to Trump when it comes to visa. The more money one has, the more option. Okay, regarding the visa thing. Okay, I did a video back in 2020. So there's the link to that. His US status. Alright, so I retweeted that. Alright, so I have 18 likes on that. Let's go into this. This is the main thing here. Okay, let's pause. Like I said before, the Heritage Foundation is a hate group. They never stood a chance, and it's laughable and embarrassing for even them, demanding Prince Harry's visa application. Who the hell these fools think they are? Someone tell that little biatch, there's the word here, Niall Gardner, get a real job. Okay, so let's see what this is about.
On Good Morning Britain, there was a gentleman from the Heritage Foundation. They're still discussing your visa. I don't support them. They're a right-wing, conservative nut job agency, but you are still a topic.
There's a music. When I'm editing, I will mute it, but you could see the video though.
Don't you feel silly? Don't you feel stupid? Don't you feel a little ashamed?
Okay, so that
Hey, Harry.
Okay, so what's this one now? Is that a video? Oh no, that's the article. Too much. I can't read that. And it's too little. Okay, so these are all the articles that's talking about it. Oh my God. Wow. There's another one here. This Black beauty couldn't have said it any better. The Heritage Foundation is a hate group. All right, let's mute. Is a hate group, and just goes to show how susceptible the British are to shoveling right-wing tabloid liquid shit directly into their mouths. Okay, suggesting Niall Gardner take his obsession to Jesus. Alright, so there's more article here about Harry regarding his visa thing. So let's listen to that TikTok thing.
White privileged man, and that is what Harry is. Like, the US government bends the rules for people like Harry all the time, and it's not that much of a scandal. The Heritage Foundation is basically a hate group, and the US government is not going to spend resources trying to kick Harry out of the country when they have literally no incentive to do that, because Harry makes US companies millions and millions and millions of dollars.
And then this is where I come and said, not only that, he's working hard, he employs people, all right? So this is the thing here. When you employ people, that's a huge plus for the US. It's too bad the institution didn't see all of that into Harry and Meghan. But okay.
The stuff that Harry admits to is like a little psychedelics, a little cocaine, like in Hollywood, oh my God. And like smoking weed. And weed is legal in California. You can buy it at the store.
There it is. I said it in other videos. In California, weed is legal. And I even put screenshot of, the laws regarding marijuana and stuff like that in California.
This is just a big, fat, stupid nothing burger and just goes to show how susceptible the British are to shoveling right-wing tabloid liquid shit directly into their mouths.
I'm talking about Prince Harry. I'd really like some American input into...
Okay, I don't know much about visa
Okay, so, I didn't...
applications, but I have lived in America my whole life, and I can tell you that if America loves one thing, it is a rich, white, privileged man. And that is what Harry is. Like, the US government bends the rules for people like Harry all the time, and it's not that much of a scandal.
Yeah.
The Heritage Foundation is basically a hate group, and the US government is not going to spend resources trying to kick Harry out of the country when they have literally no incentive to do that, because Harry makes US companies millions and millions and millions of dollars. The stuff that Harry admits to is like a little psychedelics, a little cocaine, like in Hollywood, oh my God. And like smoking weed. And weed is legal in California. You can buy it at the store. This is just a big, fat, stupid nothing burger and just goes to show how susceptible the British are to shoveling right-wing tabloid liquid shit directly into their mouths.
There you have it. Okay, let's see here. Prince Harry U.S. visa record will not be made public after a Freedom of Information Act request was denied by the Department of Homeland Security. The Heritage Foundation think tank argues that the Duke of Sussex visa record should be made public after he admitted in his blockbuster memoir Spare to taking drugs. Of all things, this is what they picked from the book. But thank you for reading his book though, including marijuana and cocaine in the United Kingdom. There he is. This is where he said he did it in the United Kingdom, not in America. Okay, and psychedelic mushroom in California. I think then he said it needs to be done by professionals or people, doctors or something like that. So he did put the disclaimer. I remember when he said that. Okay, some people will hate you simply because they see you enjoying the success they don't have from the work they haven't done. All right, let's see here. Has Harry got something on Nile Gardner? These people. Oh, is that him? Loser. Is that him? Okay, get a life, loser. They probably pay him. He probably knew that wasn't gonna happen. But if they pay him to do it, hey, let's just get that embarrassment and get that money back. I don't know. The royal family or the UK seems to have a lot of money to waste on this nonsense, but they don't have money for the people. But okay. The Heritage Foundation peon, who shall remain nameless, was pimping himself out to the British West BTM. And for what? How can Heritage Foundation taking seriously when they employ people who engage in this kind of malicious, scurrilous behavior? He clearly had no time to do his job. Give it to a more grateful human. Okay, do they think they manipulate the American system like the way they do in the UK? I think or wish that Heritage Foundation will be investigated. I'm telling you, they probably just put themselves on the map here. Hopefully someone who's in the legal aspect do that and investigating them. And they know the law. Why would even if Harry did do marijuana or whatever, do those government want to be sued? My goodness. And not only that, he didn't do anything wrong for them to go. If Harry was somewhat, let's say, a menace to society, it's for public health or something like that, maybe the judge could probably release that, but he didn't do anything wrong. Let's see here. Yep, a real job outside the US preferably. We have enough, what's that, here without having to import them. They do not know the meaning of shame. They thrive on hate and lies. All right. After this, that's it. I feel like these people that continue to harass Harry and Meghan just want to remain relevant. They're riding on their coattail in the most unflattering and inappropriate fashion. They're trying to create news to report on it. It's shameful. Deja Hudson. Okay, you make all your tweets so no one can comment. LOL, why is that? You know you're wrong. Okay, the Heritage Foundation is not a hate group, but a racist group with a Nazi pen. Okay, this lady is a hate account this lady is a hate account. Her page is full of it. Which lady? Okay, I don't know. So can you comment on that? Okay, people could come. Oh, maybe I can. Well, she did comment, so why is she saying can't comment? All right, next tweet. I have one more after this. Okay, Ben Shephard defend Meghan Markle after Tom Bauer calls her a third-rate actor. All right, so this is the thing that we're seeing here. Okay, this is the shift that is starting to happen, where these people who probably been in the hate thing and they want to go along where the wind is blowing now on the positive aspect of things. Just as we move forward, the Sussex Squad, the true Harry and Meghan supporters, when we see, if you know those name of those people who's apologizing for hating Harry and Meghan or whatever, okay, it's fine. They could do their apologies or whatever. For me, I'm not gonna click on them. They freaking adult. They should have known. Okay, so this person is defending Meghan. Okay, so whatever. I don't know what his position before that, but this guy is a baggage for God. I can't believe these people, adult, standing in front of a camera, lie their teeth off. I cannot believe these people. Okay, what have I missed? It's the second time I've had to ask someone this today. Suddenly, I'm seeing tweet with accompanying receipt from last year, but practically publicizing bowel movement books. Our squad is actively trying to revive interest in it. Okay, there's a pretend squad is probably. Okay, it's a third-rate liar, so there's that. Okay, yes, she is not a third-rate actor. She is a zealot. Okay, fine, but she was making money. She was a millionaire, and then I've heard, okay, in one of my videos, I read one of a tweet where Netflix is gonna bring suit. Okay, so there's gonna be more residual. Okay, those royalty money. Fine, you think it's fine? That's fine by me, because her. For those who are new, I have a video on PYTE where I say she's not an A-list actor. YouTube gave me a hard time with that video because I put some receipts. I'm probably gonna have to redo that video because now I see how they roll. I don't have to put the video itself. I could just let the audio work. All right, so you have people in the industry, the Colin and Marilyn, Marilyn something, okay, how they were abused in Hollywood. Okay, we were seeing their face all over. It's almost like, well, let me not put her name on this. Okay, it's almost seeing it's like a give and take kind of thing. You give me role, put my face out there, make me look popular and all of that. Meanwhile, they were being abused sexually in the background. So Meghan wasn't about that. And some people starting to question all those actors who's making it big. You're seeing them. What did they do to get the role? These are the questions that's popping up to some people who knows the nonsense that goes behind the scene. What did they do to get that role? Did they have to open their legs to get that role? Did they have to open their mouth to get that? You know, I don't want to say it, but you know what you could do with your mouth. Okay, so did these people do that? Because it seems like Hollywood, it's like you give me this, then you could get that. Meanwhile, there's some people who had all the qualities, all the knowledge, the abilities to make those movies, but they weren't willing to give up. Okay, to give up their dignity for a role. Similar to, I don't know, was it one of the TLC members who's dating this guy from Boy Meet World, and there was a podcast he was in, and he was saying, I saw his potential. I used to watch Boys Meet World. There's some actors, when you see their potential and you realize what happened to them. So these are probably those actors who were not willing to give up their dignity, okay, to be on the face on billboard, to make it big. They rather do the hard work, do a different profession to make ends meet instead of giving up their dignity. Look at that, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, all these young actors. They're suffering. One of them already died. Okay, Corey Haim, that was one of my favorite actors from one of the movies that I saw him. Okay, he's gone. He's a Canadian actor. All right, these type of things they do to those actors in the background. Okay, it messes up with your mental well-being for the rest of your life. and he couldn't sustain it anymore. He was into drug, do all sort of things, and then now he's gone. So Meghan is doing well. Is doing well for herself. When these people say these things, these are the things that comes to mind. Okay, she kept her dignity. She didn't have to open her leg to get a role. Okay, she rather do the smaller roles, still pay the bills. All right, because what she said is that she thought she was gonna be into politics. Okay, do some other things, but faith have it for her. There she is. All right, she was able to do everything that she wanted to. So one of the things that I wanted to say about Matthew Lawrence is that one of the podcasts I happened to listen to is that there were some things that some, those big executive movie producers were asking him to do, and he was not willing to do. So that's why you don't really see him doing those blockbuster movies and all of that. So that was the reason I brought him into that part of the discussion. All right, so yeah, let's get back to the original recording. Okay, yes, she is not a third-rate actor. She is a Z-list actor. Can't act, never will be able to act. Okay, think that way, but her bank account says something else. These are the same people who's later on, when they realize they can profit from hating, and then later on when they see people shifting, they're gonna come out and said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know this yet. These are adult people who's behind these. Okay, I'm sorry I'm reading it, but I have my opinion on that. Okay, even her porno flicks, these are something that the derangers put together. Needed instruction. Oh, please. Okay, this could easily be defamation. I'm telling you, defamation. You are saying she did porno. If she did, will be published. Okay, and saying coming from a third-rate actor whose latest book has been banned. Who? I don't know anything about that. Is this guy Ben Shephard using drugs? Markle, an independent, successful actress in Hollywood. This is hysterical. She is. Suit was still going on when she left. Okay, little Tommy Bauer. She makes more and residual in a month than you make in a year. That's the thing, and she's gonna make more. That is gonna go to Netflix. Okay, a third-rate actor, as if Tom Bauer could do any better if he were ever an actor. Good for you, Ben Shephard. It's about time someone stood in for Meghan's corner and refute what this obnoxious Tom Bauer says. Meghan Markle has been more successful than that old white man. All right, this is my last tweet. Whew, I'm gonna start editing. It's almost 6 o'clock. I can't believe this. If you see when I started video 1, it's I think around 2 something. So there's this here. I just love how huge Prince Harry's brain is. Oh my God, the squad are literally crazy in a good way. Okay, this is the caption. I just love how huge Prince Harry's brain is. Harry and Meghan till the end. Love wins. Service is universal. Love you, Harry and Meghan. All right, this is the picture, and Harry has a huge brain. Just look at his head. His brain. Oh my goodness. The squad are just laughing. Girl, there's those GIF. You stay focused. Me too. Big brains are very much appreciated. There's that. There's that. Okay, frozen brain, what the effing bless. Okay, I truly hope you get one as well. Perhaps you can learn about DPR. Oh my lord. Okay, stop it, young lady. You just made my morning. There's this, and other squad are putting other tweets, images. Okay, I think his wife is very happy, and so is he. There's another video he has. Oh my god, and it reminds me what he was saying about his tenure in his book. Where he was circumcised and strong thighs to support all of the brain power. Oh my god, great job, Meghan, great job. Oh my, it's Big Daddy's meat wagon. Oh my god, there's this. Okay, I need to finish. Oh my lord, the fridge. The squad. Okay, just look at some of this. You could pause your screen to read this. The squad are crazy. Well, damn. Why are you so bad? There's this. Okay, the squad are just laughing. Okay, my eyes are up here. Oh my lord. The thirst is real. Okay, so that's it. I've been recording for a while. Let's do a prayer. I said prayer for prosperity, and let's do support. No. Okay, maybe support. Let's put support and support. Okay, give me assurance that as I seek your will, you will bless me with prosperity. May the love of the Father, the tenderness of the Son, and the presence of the Spirit gladden my heart and bring joy to my soul today for all days, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. All right, let's look for an image. Oh my God, it's sunny out there. It's already daylight. I can't believe this. Prayer for prosperity. Father God, I ask for your blessing on my life and the lives of my family. I pray that you will remove the sting of sickness and disease from those attached to me. I pray that you will increase my influence amongst your people, Lord, that I may be able to glorify you more. I pray for abundance and prosperity in my home, and my church, and my career. There's that. And in my family. I know you are able to do abundantly above which I ask or think, and I thank you in advance in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so this is it. All right, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And I will be creating a Patreon account, so everything you see here will be on Patreon eventually when I do create it, and I will let you know. So just be on the lookout if you want to support me. All right, so that is it. Thank you.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.